Good morning, everyone. Well, I'm recording this is gonna be the morning time, but I got my first copyright strike. Yeah, they took down how I would have adapted um Gosei Sentai Die Ranger. They took down that video. I just want to say I apologize, Toei. Next time I will ask maybe or try to find a way to make it not be a copyright strike. I'm super sorry for that. But yeah, so that video's down. So I figured, you know what? Let me just redo it, but not really redo it, cause I really gotta for that video. I figured I was talking a bunch of nonsense because they weren't thinking of the concepts I weren't thinking of during that time. So I'ma just do how I would have adapted Kiramager. Um, yeah, Kiramager. That's the Sentai with the diamonds and jewels and all that. But this is how I would have done it. So the cast is gonna be. So I know the plot of Kiramager, where it's like there's this alien race, and I believe this princess's father has like an evil version of him. I gotta watch Kiramager, but she gets like these five crystals, and I'm pretty sure like the sixth one is lost or anything. But she brings them to Earth and she finds five people, but the five people have like ordinary lives. I think like the Red Ranger's like a schoolboy and he's a painter. The blue one's like a samurai. The green one is a track star. The yellow one's a gamer, and the pink one's a medic. And I think the silver one is just like archaeologist or a cave hunter, something like that. But this is how I would have done it. So we're keeping the alien race concept. Oh, and I believe the father has two evil forms. But this is how I would have done it. So instead of them being humans, I'm just gonna make them alien because they come from an alien race, even though we got that in Dino Fury. But this time I'm gonna stick with the alien force. So basically, right, the Morphin Masters after the Dino Fury incident went to go create new powers for new Rangers. This allowed the Kiramager, or how this show I would call Power Rangers Gem Pilots, because literally all their vehicles are literally piloted by either a Joy-Con or a wheel. But Gem Pilots, kind of like Gem Paladins, but I figured Pilots is better. I don't know why. But anyway, they're gonna be aliens. Their names are gonna be Thrax. Now my name sound familiar. Thrax is gonna be the villain. But the thing about the aliens is that they're gonna have very human names, right? They're gonna be humanized names. That way they blend in. But they're like, okay, so when they come to Earth, they're gonna create new names, right? So Red Ranger's name is gonna be called Zetu. Blue Ranger's name, red, blue, and yellow are males. So Red Ranger Zetu, Blue Ranger Zarkon, not from Voltron, I'm sorry. Um, Yellow Ranger, Yellow Ranger Zen. Pink Ranger is Ziana, and Green Ranger is Zeth. 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 That's like a little tongue twister, but yeah. So anyway, man, I'm recording the video while I'm sick. Anyway, um, the princess finds these five warriors and she sends them to Earth to stop her father. I believe it's her father or the evildoer of the season to take down him at Earth because that's where he transported. So when they arrive to Earth, they realize that they have to blend in and camouflage themselves, and they realize that they have to adopt human-like names. So their human-like names are going to be Red is going to be Jake. I know, basic as hell. Red is going to be Jake. No, red is going to be Zane. Zane. The only reason I picked Zane is because I love Zane from Ninjago. Red Ranger is going to be Zane. Blue Ranger is going to be Axel. Yellow Ranger is going to be Trent. Pink Ranger is going to be Sophie. And Green Ranger is going to be Jackie. So those are their human names. They don't attend in high school. They just live their own lives. The only one that actually attends in high school is actually going to be the Silver Ranger. And what happens with the Silver Ranger's plot is crazy. Actually, I'm going to dive into the Silver Ranger's plot right now. So the Silver Ranger's plot is pretty crazy. So he was supposed to be selected for these five warriors. But the evil guy, the big bad of this season had actually captured him already, and he was kind of the sleeper agent. He was like the mind controlled ranger, just like Tommy. So in this version, the Silver Ranger is gonna be evil, and he actually goes to this high school with the Green Ranger, as the Green Ranger is still an athlete, but she's not running track. She is a lacrosse player. Um, Actually, you know what? They're gonna attend high school. Screw it. But yeah, so the Green Ranger go. They all five of them go to the same high school, obviously, and each of them play a sport. Red Ranger plays football. Blue Ranger plays lacrosse. Yellow Ranger plays baseball. The Green Ranger plays basketball, and the Pink Ranger play. Damn, I'm over here choking. Pause. And the Pink Ranger plays women's lacrosse. See, the reason why none of them play basketball is because they find it boring. So that's gonna lead into a comedy scene. But yeah, they each play a sport, and the Silver Ranger plays football with the Red Ranger, but he doesn't know. They don't know that they're the evil. That the Silver Ranger is the evil Ranger, which is gonna be a fun concept that I actually kind of enjoy. But yeah. So the Red and Silver Ranger are definitely going to be dueling. That's for sure. But of course, eventually they break the mind control and all that stuff. But the origin for the Silver Ranger is kind of like Orion's, where his whole planet is destroyed. Well, it kind of is, but what happens is, like, as a boy, the big bad of the season actually killed his parents, the Silver Ranger's parents. So then the big bad picks up the Silver Ranger. The big bad's name is gonna be. This name kind of sounds off the tonguish, but his nickname is gonna be Weiger. Weiger? I don't know. Weiger sounds so familiar to me. I think it was. I put Weiger because it just sounds so funny, but it also sounds kind of badass in a sense. But anyway, Weiger picks up the Silver Ranger, whose name is actually Zeno, and his human name is actually gonna be Bruce. But he picks up Zeno. He turns him into a soldier. Zeno on patrol finds the silver crystal. It turns him into a ranger, and then Weiger sends Zeno to take down the other rangers. So that's how that's gonna work. The season is definitely gonna have. They're gonna be like teenagers, for sure. They're gonna be like between the ages of like 16 to 19, because they're in high school still. Um, but yeah, there's definitely gonna be a romance between Red and Pink. Come on now. I need a good Power Rangers romance, and I'm using this season to do it because I don't know why, but I'm just imagining the wedding ring as the crystals. I don't know why, but yeah. So basic premise: the Morphin Masters created these six crystals. They lost one, which is the silver one. They gave them to five warriors. Those five warriors were then transported to Earth. They created human identities. They went to high school to to blend in. They went to go fight Weiger, who is the big bad. They eventually do take down Weiger, but they have they trust certain people to show their identities to. And one time it actually backfires, and it's pretty gruesome what they do. So they entrust it to one of their friends who was first in high school, but the friend actually told the press about it, and they had to figure out a way, which led to a whole like episode, kind of like what they do in Beast Morphers and Time Force. But they tried to stop him, but he didn't stop. So they literally had to. But literally, what happens is the Silver Ranger, who was still evil, he literally like he doesn't. It doesn't show that he killed them, but it implies that he does. And he kills the kid, and their Ranger identities are safe. But yeah. But towards the season finale, Weiger has like taken over the planet legitimately, and the Rangers actually have to reveal their identity to the public, as they have to use their crystals in order to destroy Weiger's big weapon, and it's basically like this weapon that can literally drain every single human body, literally like some Dr. Eggman type stuff, and it literally drain everything. So the only way they figured they could counteract it is if all six of them use their crystals in order to stop him. So the way they do it is they go into their Megazord cockpit, put on a camera, just like they did at Dino Charge or Dino Supercharge. That activates. They reveal their identities and how they're aliens, and they lift up their crystals, use the final Megazord blast, hits Weiger's super machine, destroys it, but in the end destroys himself as well. That is what you're led to believe until you see the 6 crystals arise and respawn them, but not on Earth. They respawn them in another planet where they meet. Dun, 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 the equations, the Aquatar Rangers, and the Morphin Master pops up, and then he's like, your needs on Earth are no longer needed. Now you have to help out the equations. And this is where they lead onto a multiple step journey where they visit various Power Ranger universes to help. Because this planet now doesn't have Weiger to deal with, so now they head over there. The princess takes over back her planet. It wasn't necessarily destroyed. She just had to rebuild it. So the princess takes over her planet again. It goes all good. And the other rangers are sent to distant planets to help those planets survive. So that is it. That's how I would have adapted Kiramager. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one.